My name's Erin Truman. I graduated with Cohort 50. Before NSS, I was a preschool teacher, and now I'm an application engineer. This is my NSS journey. How has my career progressed since graduating NSS? I started out as a tech resident at HCA. After 6 months, I moved into an application engineer position, and then about a year later, promoted to application engineer 2 position. What kind of work and education experience did I have before coming to NSS? Before NSS, I had been a teacher for about 7 years. I had a degree in psychology. I didn't have an education degree, but a Montessori certificate. So spent all that time in the education world. So what did it feel like starting a totally new career path? It was really hard. It was hard in my 30s to kind of start over, and I kind of felt like I was just entering the work world again, like I was 23 again when I first started teaching. So it was really challenging, and there's a lot of things that I felt like I should know. I was afraid to ask some questions, but my team was really great, and they were very supportive and helpful, and quickly got the hang of things. I felt like I was kind of thrown in, but there's really no other way to do it. So I'm really glad that I was on a team that gave me really meaningful work to do so I could get acclimated and kind of hit the ground running. So I'm grateful for that opportunity for sure. So how would I say NSS prepared me specifically for my job right now? In a tech sense, I learned React and JavaScript on the front end, and that's what I do now. But more than that, I feel like the instructors did a really good job encouraging me, or like making me ask questions, specific questions, and not be embarrassed to ask questions, because a lot of my job is knowing when to reach out for help. Like there's definitely a balance in, like, first step is try to figure out the answer on your own. And I also feel like I was really prepared to read documentation and Google search and given the tools to learn how to learn. But then there comes a point where you're at diminishing losses. So it's always a balance. And as I'm progressing, the balance is changing a little bit, and it always will. But they did a good job teaching me how to learn and when to ask help, which is more valuable than, knowing the tech stack or anything. Is there anything that has surprised me about working in tech? Kind of didn't know what to expect. I work with a really great team. I was prepared to have to defend myself as a woman in the tech field. I was worried I'd be talked down to a lot, or talked over, or not taken seriously, especially because I do come with less experience. So there's a interesting intersection between all those things. But people have been really great and supportive, and so I don't feel like I was afraid I'd feel at all. So what would I say to somebody going into a tech career? I would say, give it a shot. I never thought I would end up in the tech industry. I was working in helping professions, or in the creative world, and that's where I thought I would stay, and didn't really think that I was, a computer person, or thought, only really smart people could be developers. And that's not really true. It's definitely more of an attitude thing. If you have willingness to learn and a tolerance for discomfort, and you have problem solving skills, you don't need to be a computer person to do it. And it's one of the best decisions I've made. It's changed my life. Financially, I feel much more comfortable than I did before. I have a lot more flexibility than I ever did as a teacher. It's a lot more sustainable than my previous profession. So if that's what you want, I say go for it.